What is going on, team? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to share with you how to 10x your positivity, or maybe even 100x. My name is Niam and over the last few years I've lost 50 kilos, and that was my mission, to help as many people as possible lead happier, healthier lives. The other day I went shopping with a friend. On this shopping trip we went to buy some cherries, and there was a big box of cherries. It cost £5 to buy them. After we bought them, my friend ate the cherry and she was like, oh, they're not that nice. What a waste of £5. Instantly it got me thinking, because often we have these different situations that occur. It could be a car that is driving quickly or pulling out in front of us, or it could be something that we taste that's bad, or it could be some traffic on the road, or it could be a minor inconvenience. If we zoom out a little bit and are able to think with thinking that is a little bit more long term, we realize that these moments in our life are incredibly insignificant, and actually they have no bearing of the way that our life goes. And so in that moment when we attach a negative feeling to it, or a negative piece of language to it, or a negative emotion, it actually is a harmful way of reacting, because if we're constantly reacting to things that are not negative in the long run negatively, then it's going to compound and it's going to form the way that we see the world and form the way that we think. So I started looking into this idea of positive reframing and trying to condition yourself to think positively and perceive things positively, and how powerful it can be. Every single thought pattern that you have is probably habitual, and so it could be going to buy something that doesn't taste as good as you wanted and reacting badly, or a traffic jam, or someone cutting you up on the road. And every single time that you react to it, it compounds into the type of person that you are, and these feelings that you have on a daily basis, and the texture of emotions that you experience, and that forms the reality that you live life with. And so if you can flip these situations into becoming positive situations, it means that the texture of emotions that you experience life with are going to be way more positive. This is really powerful, because it means that anything that happens in your life, whether objectively or subjectively bad, it means that you can perceive it positively and actually just be a little bit happier. And obviously some things are bad and it's going to be hard for you to do this, but if you can just condition your brain in the positive direction, it's still going to do you massive favors in just the general feeling that you can bring to the world. One of the ways that with the cherry that my friend bought that I reframed it was, no, it's not a waste, it's actually a benefit, because think about how many £5 we're going to save by not buying those cherries again in the future. Framing failure as learning rather than failure as failure is so powerful, because it means that every single time you make a mistake, or every single time that something goes wrong, it's actually just a way for you to improve. So next time that something bad happens to me, I'm really going to try hard to zoom out a little bit, understand the significance of the situation, and try and spin it in any way possible to be more positive, especially if it's insignificant. Because that means that, again, I repeat this because I think it's so important, the texture of emotions that I experience on a daily basis is going to be way better. And that is the reality that we are living. The daily experience of our lives, the way that we go through our day, and the happiness that we feel is pretty much defined by our emotions and how they change throughout the day. And so if we can have a little bit more of a hold on them and control them so that we do view things positively, it just means that our baseline level of happiness and well-being is going to be higher. And I've noticed in myself, there's a few things that I've been doing that have allowed me to do this with a bit more control. And one is gratitude journaling. So every day I'll wake up and I'll go for a run, I'll come back, I'll sit down and I'll write 10 things that I'm grateful for. Finding 10 things that I'm grateful for every single day is actually pretty hard. Like, it's so easy to point out problems. We are fear-seeking individuals because that's what allowed us to survive. There's no real survival benefit from noticing things that are good. But if you can just notice things that are bad consistently and that are going to threaten our survival, it means you're going to be more likely to survive. Like a lion over there, or a deep lake over there that is a threat for drowning. We are naturally negative people, so we have to be conscious about viewing things as positive. And gratitude journaling is something that allows us to condition our brain to find the good in the world that there is. So I'll write down in this list, I'm grateful for the pen, I'm grateful for my mum, I'm grateful for the trees outside. It's this brainwashing that I'm doing to myself to view things a little bit more positively, which I think is really powerful. And the other habit is meditation. When you meditate, you become aware of your thoughts. When you become aware of your thoughts, you can more consciously sway how they form and what you do with them and how you delve deep into them. So if you notice there's a thought that is repeatedly arising every single day and you're feeling this way, becoming aware of that is the first step to changing that thought pattern. If in the morning, for example, you're thinking, I don't have enough money, or the world has no money, then that's going to form the way that you spend your time. Because if you think there's no money in the world and we're so poor and there's nothing around, then you're not going to behave in a way that allows you to get money because you don't think there is any anyway. So meditation allows you to recondition the thought patterns that you have in your brain to perceive the world differently. And if you can do that, then it means that you can change your behaviors and your actions. And ultimately, if you can change your behaviors and your actions, you can change your outcomes. And if you can change your outcomes, then well, that's all we want in life. We're just achieving goals and getting results and making progress. And that's what it's all about. So there are 2 tips for you on how to make yourself more positive by reframing the seemingly negative things that happen in your life. A few tips to condition yourself to be more positive. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed that video. If that's something that you got value from and you want more of this type of content, then let me know in the comments. And check out some of my other videos in this series. I'm solving 100 factless problems in 100 days. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.